Paul's alongside me just now. Firstly, welcome to Holger Street. Secondly, great start for you.
Yeah, it's always nice to get off with off to a good start. After only having the boys for 2 days, a little bit sort of anxious about whether they'd take a bit of that. I've tried to get through to them on board, but it was a game where the conditions played a massive part in the game today, and I thought over both halves, I thought we played probably the better. They probably played some of the better stuff first half, but the performance in the second half is something that pleased me a little bit more because of the desire, the way they battled, and they stuck to a game plan to grind a result out in what was a very tough second half.
You say about the lack of time you had with the lads leading up to the game. Did that make it difficult to pick your starting 11 today, or did you kind of have an insight to some of the players already here?
I had a rough insight. Obviously, it didn't help with Dan, going down with an injury. But you sort of, we tried to work on one or two things. Obviously, we brought a couple of loans in, which gave us a bit of a fresh impetus up top. And it's one of those scenarios where I thought the lads tried to take on board and work extremely hard at what we tried to do in the 2 days. But it's early days. I've just said to the boys in there, enjoy winning, embrace it. But there's a lot more work for us to do, to become a better unit, and I think there's a lot more consistency that we can drag out this group of players.
A lack of hunger is something that was picked up in the early part of the season. I know the chairman himself was saying that, but that wasn't there today, was it? They were all revved up and ready for it today.
Well, the first probably talk I had with the players is I told them what I expect, and anyone that's probably seen any of my sides in the past will know that the one thing that my sides always do is that they work hard. I know that we're going to lose football matches along the way, but there's some great supporters all through the country that pay hard-earned money to come and watch us, and I think the least you can do is work extremely hard for the people that pay to watch you. So the quality in the second half probably wasn't there, but the design application was there in abundance, and I think that the players actually sort of improved in terms of their desire when the fans totally got behind them, and like a big mention must go to the supporters today who I thought were terrific. They really got behind us when there was a force 12 gale blowing down against us.
You have to get used to that one, I think.
Yeah, but it's what we expect. We want to make this place an absolute fortress. We don't want teams to come here and to enjoy playing against us, and I want the crowd to be hostile towards the opposition and support the players, which they did in abundance today.
We'll talk a little bit about the ambitions moving forward in a second. First, a couple of injuries. Andy Howarth came off, but the big one was Stephen Rigg. Lasted 6 minutes and then stretched it off, and I've just seen him on crutches. What's the situation there?
Well, he's going to go and have an X-ray. I feel for the lad. It was a scenario where we chucked him on. I didn't know if it was a tackle or he'd just gone over on it, but obviously serious. He's a tough old cookie, and we've got to make sure that he's wrapped up in cotton wool and make sure we look after him properly. But it's a big blow for us, if so. But because he's got masses of potential, and Keith at Carlisle's been good enough to loan him us, and really believes in this lad. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he's okay, and be back up on his feet come next week.
Another one of you boys you know a lot about is Liam Hearn, of course. Impressive that he linked up with Andy Cook as though they'd been playing together for a long time.
Well, Hearnsy only met the players today, and it was probably a bit of a gamble to throw him in. It was a bit of a stop-start game for him, and I thought at some parts he was getting frustrated, but this lad knows where the net is, and I believe in him. I know that he will consistently score goals at this level of football, and he will be a big part of this month. And I'm chuffed with on board. The players, you can just tell he gives us a different dimension, and I think there's a lot more to come from him. The more he settles in with the lads and understands the group of players.
Maybe a difficult question considering you've had one training session and one game, but what's the realistic aim for you now with the rest of this season? Where are you hoping to be?
I don't like to set targets that are unrealistic. What I've said to the boys in there now is consistency is key now. I always try and get across to my sides. It's about consistency in winning football matches. We've got some games that are coming up that I think are winnable. We've got some games that are coming up that are hard, but we saw in the midway period of the second half when things aren't going our way, it's getting the boys to believe in the direction that we're going in and to stick to the game plan. And what pleased me is they came through the little rick, the one where Joel has rolled it out to Grandy, and I was pleased for the young lad, because at one point he looked as though he was having a bit of a wobble. But as a group of players, I think by the time we get to January and that window opens, we'll know where our destiny lies this season. And I want to be competitive. Anybody that knows me knows that I just hate losing. So I'll keep raising the bar for these players. There's a lot of things we can improve on. Like I say, I haven't come here it's no get-rich-quick scheme in terms of overnight success. It's going to take time to get the infrastructure and build that. Winning football is winning matches is what matters to me, and I'll try and get that across to the players, and we'll try and win as many as we can until the January window opens. Then we'll have a look at where we are. I'll speak to the chairman, see if we can, if we need to consolidate or we need to push. But I want the supporters to know that we want to be competitive. From the first minute I walked into this football club, I've got a hunger and a desire to be competitive. And I've spoke to the chairman. We have a common drive. We share a common ambition. And I'll work night and day to make sure that we're pushing on. But like I say, we'll see come the early January when that window opens, what we've got, what we need to go forward, and where we're placed in the league. But today we want to enjoy it. Monday they'll come in, they'll get back to basics, they'll work hard, and I think there's a million and one things we can get better at. Now the potential here is frightening, but Rome wasn't built in a day, so I have to be patient, but that desire and hunger is always there to take this club forward.
And finally, in just the nearer future, you've got Boreham Wood next, and this game should be a good platform to give them the confidence for next week.
Well, it's something we can build on. When you look at consistency, before today, there was 1 win in 6. That's, for me, is not good enough. Consistency now, performance. Some of the boys have actually set their standards, and now what I'm looking for now, knowing some of the individuals, is consistency in their performance and their mindset. If we can do that, and we can put a couple of back-to-back wins together, this league table all of a sudden looks totally different. But first and foremost, we're going to enjoy today. Hope the supporters do. Hope they have a few pints, and because I'm going to. We'll be in Monday, working extremely hard, and hopefully we can put on another good performance, and more importantly, a good win for them next Saturday.
Thanks for your time. Well done today.
Thank you.